Our next topic, I think, will do that. We're completely shifting gears again to talk about the power of music with Dr. Sherr.
Good evening. My Music of Resistance and Survival project was developed to expand the outreach, educational potential, and societal impact of my cello sonata. My sonata incorporates Holocaust-era songs of resistance and survival with newly composed music. My research is informed by my work in archives, museums, and site locations in the US, Europe, and the Middle East. My survivor interviews inform my research and bring it to life. The cello sonata, in addition to being a standard concert work, is intended to provide Holocaust education through music. To convey the work of oppressed creators, I chose 4 songs that originated in ghettos, concentration camps, or among the partisans. The project engages audiences by sharing the music and the stories of these creators. We remember the past to inform the present. My hope is to engender greater healing and increased cultural understanding in our society. The outer movements of my sonata include songs of the partisans. This framing tells a different story of the Jewish experience during the Holocaust, a story of fortitude and resilience, of courage and boldness, and of the active struggle against persecution and genocide. From early versions like this, project components have evolved to comprise the source songs, my interstitial commentary about the source song creators, my sonata, and online educational and pedagogical resources. For example, I worked with our Museum of History and Holocaust Education to develop this online guide for primary and secondary teachers. The educational material and lesson plans support the staging of daytime educational events prior to evening concerts. I believe it is essential to include our youth if we are to take on intolerance and bigotry in our time. It is our youth who can carry these stories of resistance and survival to the next generation and who can strive for greater social justice in their time. The project's components are adaptable to different venues, circumstances, and audiences. For example, my commentary can be translated into the local language when necessary. My sonata's first movement, titled Resolute, uses a song by Shmerka Kaczerginski. He was active as an educator and archivist in the Vilna ghetto. His emboldening Yiddish lyrics speak of survival and revenge, and indeed he participated in the liberation of Vilna in 1944. The second movement unfolds with a 1946 recording of Cantor Shalom Katz singing a prayer for the souls of the deceased. Katz recounted that his life was spared when he sang this prayer just before a mass execution during the Holocaust. Also in the second movement is the comforting lullaby Vigala. Ilse Weber wrote this lullaby while she was a prisoner in the Theresienstadt camp. The lullaby provided solace and healing in lieu of the medicine that was not available in the children's infirmary where she worked. Weber was deported to Auschwitz in 1944, where she and her young son were sent to the gas chambers. This manuscript of her lullaby, which was buried in Theresienstadt along with her other songs and poems, was recovered after the war. Let's hear the beginning of her lullaby from a project concert in Wellington, New Zealand. The third movement, Partisan March, uses a partisan song by Vilna poet Hirsch Glick. Glick's lyrics captured a sense of defiant optimism despite adversity and had spread across much of Europe by the end of the war. A survivor I interviewed provided insight into Glick, the ghetto, and the song. What would be the occasion that you would sing the song in the ghetto?
We got together, young people, you know, you got together and you sing and you hope that it's going to get better. Sag nicht keinmal, als du gehst im letzten Weg, hat Himmel und Bleien verstellen, bloße Tag. Komm.
Audiences on 4 continents have remarked that the music touched them deeply, often in an emotional way. They also noted that the music and historical information reinforced each other, deepening the meaningfulness of the event. My cello sonata has been broadcast, along with the radio host commentary about my work, 5 times on Performance Today. My recent album has been highly praised in the national press. All of this serves to further disseminate the project to wider and wider audiences. My project seeks to counter racism, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and all other forms of marginalization and hate. Instead, it seeks to promote healing and to increase intercultural understanding, tolerance, and mutual respect. Thank you.